Good morning to our valued guests. Our research title is a rapid survey and study on the ecological factors of whale sharks around Got Lanta, Krabi, southern Thailand. According to the IUCN Red List, whale sharks are listed vulnerable. In this poster presentation, there are many components within. There is a graph showing the death and the sightings of whale sharks. The year 2015 is the year that whale sharks have been sighted most, and in 2013, whale sharks' death rate has been the highest.
There is also a diagram showing the whale shark's resting spot, which also shows the location of shrimp boats, routes, and where the whale sharks come to feed. There is a map placed in the poster presentation, as you can see here, which is our study area in Got Ha Lagoon near Got Lanta, which is a habitat rich in biodiversity. Say it.
In conclusion, this poster is about whale shark and how it's endangered. Now I would like to pass it on to our research team to explain further.
Title is a rapid survey and study on the ecological. So our research title is a rapid survey and study on the ecological factors of whale sharks around Got Lanta, Krabi, southern part of Thailand. So as you can see here, the whale sharks are considered vulnerable according to the IUCN Red List, and currently the whale sharks population is decreasing. And moving on to the taxonomy, as you can see down here, the scientific name for the whale sharks is Rhincodon typus. There are three main objectives to this research. The first one is to study the current situation of whale sharks. The second one is to observe the whale shark's surroundings and habitat. And the third one is to encourage and influence the public, just like we are doing today. So for our methodology, we had 4 methodologies in total. The first one is the in-depth interview. The second one is a field survey. The third one is the questionnaire. The fourth one is the focus group discussion. As for the focus group discussion, we were able to discuss with a local dive shop concerning the current situations, in which they were really cooperative and we are grateful for. As for our field survey, we dived at Got Ha Lagoon in Lanta to observe the whale shark's habitat and its surroundings, and the results were pretty surprising. As you can see here, this is where we dived. This is Got Lanta, and from here moving to the right is Got Ha, which is around here. As for our third method, which is in-depth interview, and we were able to interview with local divers and park rangers on recent sightings, which is really important in our research, as we will not have any information about their sightings at all. Our last method is the questionnaire. We had a sample group which aged from 40 to 55 to fill in a survey an online survey, as it is more easy to access nowadays. The results of the questionnaires were pretty surprising, as the first question that we selected to show you guys is the majority of people who have the knowledge on whale sharks or know what it is. And as you can see here, quite a lot of people know what whale sharks are. But then when it comes to knowing that whale sharks are becoming extinct, you can see that the number of people who don't know increases. And another one is for sure, as you can see here, the population does not know the importance of whale shark. And what's the point of knowing that there's an animal existing but not knowing that they are important to the world we live in?
So, according to our in-depth interview, we know that from 2010 to 2013, there had been very low whale shark sightings throughout those years. But in 2014, there had been increase, and again in 2015, where there had been in total of 6 sightings. Well, so other than that, from that interview, we know that from January to February, that is the high season of the whale sharks. As for the low season, is from May to November, which is the monsoon season. Other than that, there had been 14 sightings from Got Ha and 5 sightings from Hin Dang Hin Muang. And talking about the biodiversity of the study area, the area around Got Lanta is a biologically diverse site where it is the habitat of many species, such as the Murray eel and the seahorse. Other than that, there is also the manta ray, which could be frequently found near whale sharks. And there is also the nudie branch and the mud skippers. And talking about the ecology there, the area over here is a Ramsar site, in which the area is a mangrove forest, which supplies the area around Got Lanta with pseudo and phytoplanktons. And those planktons will be carried down by the current from up there to down here to this area, where the whale sharks will feed. And so, talking about the Ramsar site is a very special place since it plays a major role in the ecology of the area around Got Lanta. Since, like I mentioned before, it supplies the area with zooto and phytoplanktons, and that makes the area around Got Lanta very abundant, and that is the reason why whale sharks are frequently spotted there. And the ecology of Got Lanta from 2007 to 2012 is when during the MPA was in use, and that causes species such as whale sharks, hawksbill turtle, and olive ridley sea turtle, which have disappeared from that area a long time ago, to come back. And there's also a decrease in the nudie branch population and a better water quality. And as for from 2012 onwards to the present day, the expiration of the MPA causes the ecology to degrade, and species such as seahorses, leopard sharks, and whale sharks have become a rare sighting too. And so, the whale shark feeding behavior. Like I mentioned before, the whale shark will feed on a certain area near Got Lanta. And so, after feeding there, it will go to rest at Got Ha, where it will hide against the current. And after a couple months, it will move on to another site where there's full of plankton. And how humans affect the ecology is that humans that uses shrimp boats, and this directly impacts the whale sharks, since occasionally whale sharks will get caught in the nets of these boats and they will die. Overall, this will reduce the population of whale sharks in Thailand. Fortunately, there are professional local divers in that area, which they hold a vast knowledge, including the population of the whale sharks and their behavior. And so they stand against the unreasonable tourism, and also they also play a major role in conserving the whale sharks and the ecology there. And so because of the degrading ecology, we recommend to conserve the Ramsar site, and first to value the public participation and locals. Second, to educate the public concerning the importance of the Ramsar site. And third, to strengthen the marine law and regulations.
And as for our second recommendation, due to the lack of information of the whale sharks, this kind of shows that we want to encourage the local community to take part in, for us to educate them about with the educational institutes and the local authorities to conduct a research. And this is really important, as if our own locals that live in the same habitat as the whale sharks, they should know what is going on and what exactly is happening, so they could take part in conserving as well. And we should set up a monitoring program, as it is really important to know where they are at times and to create a further understanding for us as well. The last recommendation that we have today is to be more aware of human activities that will impact the whale sharks. The slightest things we change can be a big, gigantic change towards them. This is really important. Thank you.